Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today we are in the beautiful city of Bari in Puglia region, South Italy. 35 degrees is not stopping us to do a video of you tourists of 8 points you have to be really aware this summer when you will be visiting Italy, because these points and the breaking of these rules might lead you to a serious fine up to some thousands euro, up to 10,000 euro. The first topic regarding the monuments. So you have to be very careful about where you are. You have to be aware of the rules that are around these monuments. The first city that collecting every summer a lot of fines, a lot of income is the city of Rome. So it's absolutely prohibited to take off your shoes and to take a small bath into those fountains. I'm not talking about serious bath, I'm taking just to put your feet into the water. That can lead to up to 450-500 euro fine. That's really dangerous. I'm not recommending to do that. The second point, in some places is even prohibited, especially in Spanish steps in Rome, to even sit on the Spanish steps. But there are a lot of policemen that are gonna gently whistle you from a special whistle, and they doing that all day. I don't understand how they don't crazy doing that, and they just basically whistle all day asking people to please stand up from the steps. The third topic also regarding the third point regarding the monuments is eating. The eating of any type of food in some monuments might lead to some dirt that might go on our beautiful white marble. That type of damage can be settled up in many years, because you know bureaucracy is very long in Italy, so it takes time to provide some public funds to polish and to clean this monument. So we have very strict rules about the fact that you should not eat in any way or any type of food except in drinking water eventually near monuments. The fourth very important topic regards the using of stuff, of electronic stuff. So I remember two specific elements, which is riding electric scooters into the cities might lead to danger to other people and might be even fined. Many of our cities in Italy are provided by electronic scooters of different brands. I'm not going to mention any of those, they're all good. But the riding of those scooters in a certain pedestrian area might lead to a serious fine, again up to 500 euros. Usually I notice that when you take a rent of these scooters, they geolocalize you, and they should run like 5 kilometers per hour, like very slow and possible to ride in those pedestrian areas, but still you should be aware of that specifically. A very important topic, fifth point, is regarding the drone. So I'm also a lover of drones. I have a patent. I fly also like 1 kilo drones from DJI, etc. But flying drones near again the monuments might lead to serious stuff, up to 7,000 euro of time, and the total loss of the property and confiscation of that drone. So you have to be very careful about that. The idea of flying a drone from a balcony or something like this, that I know that many of you done before or etc., might lead to a serious fine. I will never forget that once a client come to me in the very famous Vatican City Square, San Pietro, where basically this client attempted to do just a normal video by showing the Pope's place, etc. He was immediately arrested and filed up to 30,000 euro of fine, because this territory appertains to the state of the Vatican, but this territory is under jurisdiction of Italy. So he was immediately confiscated and he lost forever the property of that drone, and he was also charged by the illegal introduction of air flying object into a foreign state. That's something you really do not want to do. Okay, in general, be careful also with the other small microstate we have in Italy, which is San Marino, that have similar drones, similar rules regarding drones. Sixth point, if I'm counting correctly, regards the sand. So do not take home sand, shells of any of that stuff. It might lead to a serious fine up to 10,000 euros. There are some swimming places in Italy. There are some beaches that are really controlled by local policemen. They can ask you to open the baggie when you're leaving this kind of place. One that I mention, I remember every time, is the place La Pelosa. It's in the north part of Sardinia. So that place is specifically known very well by the thin quality of the sand. There are many, businessmen, if you can call them in this way, that try to sell this stuff even on Amazon, on Google, on second-hand stores, etc. That's absolutely illegal. I really do not recommend to do that. Be careful also on the checking on the customs when you're going out and you're gonna cross border to fly back to United States or wherever you're going. So that may lead to a serious stuff. I advise you to go to a souvenir shop and just simply buy maybe a shelf or something like this. It might be a beautiful present if you appreciate that. Last but not least, do not walk into the cities in a swimwear. So that can be considered illegal. It's not a very common fine that you might face. You should maybe repeatedly not complain to the order of a pedestrian asking you to wear a shirt, or for ladies to wear maybe a skirt or a pair of pants, etc. It's never like an obvious type of situation if you are especially in a, summer in a sea place where you can like cross and just buy an ice cream from the beach or from the sand to the city. But of course, if you're repeatedly still crossing the city in a swimwear without any, let's say, accuracy, they might lead to a fine. And eighth and most common type of fine is do not buy fake stuff on the street. That's a very common stuff. I understand that it's a very typical, romantic thing to do maybe in the evening when you're walking on a beach place or in a summer place. It's very beautiful with your companion to buy something as a recorder, remember, as a souvenir again. And unfortunately, we have many producers from abroad, especially after the last fine that was introduced by United States. So now fake stuff is even more easily findable on the streets, but in Italy we have specific laws that are against even the buying of it. Remember that if you will be found in the ownership, in the possession of 3 or more pieces, you might be also fined as a producer or a seller. So if it's something you really do not want to do that, I not recommend to buy this fake stuff. Of course, it's always better to buy it one. You will have a specific remember of it. It will be a good impact. Designer, by the way, bags, the most common, probably sold, made, faked, etc. They have, I think, affordable prices, less than what you think, than just spending money and wasting money in the fake bag. I hope this small video brings you back the memory of this beautiful Italy. Be careful to not attempt any of these small mistakes. They are not really a criminal report, it's like more than mistakes. Be a good tourist. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment here. Subscribe to my channel because I need this as a confirmation that I'm doing good work. And put the channel, also the bell, to always be aware of our new videos. Thank you so much.